Self Wicking Tubs, if you never heard of those, we heard from them from Daniel Arns from Arn Family Homestead, and he heard them from I believe his channel is Gardening with Leon Sloan.
Yep, in Kingston, Oklahoma.
Yeah, Kingston, Oklahoma. He makes these tubs out of these. You can use them pretty much out of any tub, but he uses those like cattle mineral tubs, and it's container gardening. And he has this special thing, and that's one of what we're going to be doing today is making one for y'all. So when we get back, getting this compost, getting back there, we're going to make one, and it's really good for, you know, like we said, container gardening. If all you have is a back patio, you don't have, dirt, this is something that you can have, a tomato plant, maybe lettuce, depending on how big your patio is. It's really good for that. So any of y'all that live in the city, that don't have soil, this is something you can still get some good food with these tubs.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what today's video is going to be about, is getting this compost, and we're going to be making one of those for you.
Yeah, so we just wanted to kind of bring you as we're going. We're on the go today, so we're bringing you guys along for that. We're getting pretty excited. It's gardening season it's basically here. People have already started seeds. We've had some people ask when we're starting seeds, and I plan on doing that probably within the next couple of days, and I will definitely be bringing you guys along for that. But we're getting really excited for this year's gardening season. It's going to be an awesome one. We have a lot of cool plans for you guys, and but for now we're gonna go get some horse manure compost, and we'll bring you guys along. So stay tuned. So guys, sometimes things just don't go the way that you planned. Let me show you what we're talking about here. You got a blowout on the trailer. So Matt Crocker, you're not the only one that gets flats. Like you say, if it ain't one thing, it's the next. We're gonna get this fixed, but we're just kind of put a hitch in the day, but we'll be bringing you guys along when we get home. So, alright, so we're back in the truck, and we got the tire off the trailer.
So we're heading into town to the tire shop. Hopefully we don't have to get a new rim.
Yeah.
It was really weird. I checked the tires. I always check the tires before I leave. I checked them when I left my dad's house. I checked them when we were at the horse stable. They seemed fine. We get down the road a couple of miles, and I didn't hear, there was no blowout. I just started hearing, it sounded like chains. We have chains.
Something like dragging. It sounded like something dragging the ground.
Yeah. I thought it was just like the trailer chains just kind of came off. And so when I stopped and pulled in, I didn't feel any difference of driving. And I looked, and it's just a rim.
No tire. The tire is completely gone.
Yeah, it was just a rim.
So hopefully we don't have to get a new rim, but we're about to find out. Yeah, it happens. Stuff happens. We didn't plan on doing this today, but hopefully we'll still get to the Self Wicking Tubs, which is what the video's about. So anyways, we'll bring you guys, stay tuned. We'll bring you guys along here in a second.
All right, so it's the next day. We got the tire fixed and everything. We didn't have to buy a new rim. The rim was still good, but it did take a little bit longer than we expected to. So we're finishing this video up the next day. So we're gonna get into this self-wicking tub, guys. We did not, like we said before, we did not think of this. It is by no means our idea in any form or fashion. We found out about these from Arn Family Homestead, the YouTube channel Arn Family Homestead. You probably watch it. If not, go out and check them out. They do a lot of gardening, goats, bunch of stuff. Really good channel to watch. He's actually the reason how we got into YouTube and got into gardening. Really good guy. So we saw them from him, and he got them from the idea from Leon Sloan. I believe his YouTube channel is Gardening with Leon. We'll leave it down in the description. He's the one that I think created this idea. I'm not for sure, but he does a lot with them, and this is kind of how he gardens. If you have questions on kind of how this works, guys, I don't know the whole science behind all this. I just know you do this stuff that we're about to tell you, you grow food. That's pretty much kind of all I really know. I don't know why it kind of does what it does, but it's a pretty neat idea. But like we said, go check his channel out, Gardening with Leon, and he has a lot of videos about this. This is kind of his thing, and we're going to be making a lot of these, but we're going to show you how to make them, and then you can go check out his channel. So all you're going to need is a container of such. This is a cattle tub. It's a mineral protein tub, and you can use pretty much probably any tub. Okay, if you think this is too tacky, go to Home Depot, buy something fancy. Okay, just make sure it has no holes in it. Okay, these things, if you don't know what a cattle tub is, like I said, it's a mineral tub for cattle that have protein in it. You can usually get these for free. If you have any ranchers or farmers near you that have cattle, they usually probably have these. But if not, you could maybe buy some for a couple bucks. So you also need this kind of corrugated pipe. We just put some holes in it, just drilled holes in it. But this is 6-inch pipe, and you're gonna need 2 of these. And what this is gonna do is you stick these down on the inside just like that. Now when you cut these, you lay them down just like this. The way you got the openings here. And the other thing I didn't tell you is right here in the container, you're gonna come 5 inches up. Since these are 6-inch pipe, you come 5 inches up, put a little hole, just size of a dime. Doesn't have to be huge, but you got it 5 inches up because you got 6-inch pipe. Now the one thing he did say you do not want to do is when you see here, you want the openings to the pipe like this. You do not want them like this. This is a no-go. Okay, stick them like this. Okay, and this does something where when the water comes up, it leaves inside of here these air pockets, because the water will only go up about this high, so it leaves this air pocket, and it does something for wicking it up. Like I said, I don't know exactly how these necessarily work, but I know they do work. So the next thing you're going to use is this kind of weed fabric cloth. You just buy that at garden store. You just get a 3x3 is what you're going to be cutting, and all you're going to do is it's kind of windy out here. Just shove this down in there and get it around those pipes. Shove it down in there and get it all around. Just kind of like that. So the other thing you're going to do is you got your pipe, you can see here, but then you just want to fold your edges and then start sticking this compost around the sides just to give it a good form around here. And just fold these down a little bit, and then you start piling it up. Now when you're using in here, he says don't use like topsoil. You want to use good like compost, potting mix, something that's good and fluffy. Don't get something that's like topsoil that's big and like heavy. You want to use some good stuff in here, okay? Because this is all like self-containing. So when you got that in there, you're going to need a piece of pipe. Cut it like at a 45, and I think he says you use a 1/2 inch to like an 1.5 inches or so. This may be 1 1/4 inches, but and you want to stick this back behind here, so in between this, and you want to stick it near this hole, okay? Because this is what you're going to use to put your water in, is right in here. So stick it behind that, and then we're just going to fill this the rest of this container up, and just make sure you keep the flaps back, and then we'll just start filling it up. All right, so once you get all your compost in there, you can tell, just push the sides up, fill it up, and he says to about the top 3 inches. We're gonna be adding these 2 sources. We got these from Leon at his place when we went down to the meetup. But what this is, it's called Sustain Fertilizer. I believe it's a 464 fertilizer, and you're gonna need half a cup of this, and I believe this is made out of like turkey feathers and some type of manure is kind of what it is. And so then you're gonna use 1/4 a cup of this sea minerals, okay? And like we said, we got all of this from Leon. I'm pretty sure they shipped this, because whenever we bought some, they said if we needed more that they can actually ship. So if y'all are wanting to kind of do this setup, go to his channel, and I will try to find his actual website. And if y'all are thinking about doing this, like I said, we don't know a whole lot about this. If you got some deep questions about it, he's the one to be asking, and he is more than, you know, helpful into teaching people about stuff, especially if you go down there to his store. He just loves teaching everybody. So whenever you do this, these minerals and the fertilizer, make sure that you're wanting to plant, you know, somewhat soon. So we're going to be planting here soon, and we're going to just do it right now. But when you do this, just make sure that you're, you know, going to be wanting to plant here pretty soon. Okay. All right, so whenever you once you put it on there, just kind of mix it in a little bit. Top 3 inches, just mix it in by hand, and then we'll probably just, you know, stick it just a little bit more on top, and guys, you're pretty much ready to plant. And like you said, we just fill this up. This is the tube you fill up, and it'll never, the thing with this is it's self-wicking. It waters itself because it has a reservoir. And since you have the way this is kind of made with the hole, it never overflows with water. You're not going to drown your plants out because you have that hole, but it will keep a certain amount of water in there, and that's what makes it where it's like the self-wicking. It self-waters, so you're not going to over water your plants, and the rain necessarily won't drown them out because it has a way to escape. All right, y'all, that's going to wrap up today's video. This is the Self Wicking Tub. Really good for people that live in the city, you know, apartments, just anything like that, small gardening. If y'all really want to garden, you know, this doesn't take a whole lot, and it's very, it's, you know, affordable. If you're really wanting to plant some food, this is a good way to do it. If you don't have any soil that you can go outside your backyard and do. But guys, I hope you liked this video. Hit that like button, and always subscribe to our channel, and it really helps us out a lot when you're watching. And in the comments, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. We'll try to put all of Leon's information in the description, but go check out his channel and ask him all the questions you all need to know if you're thinking about doing this. And if you want to buy some of this from him, I'm pretty sure he ships. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. So leave questions in the comments. Hit that bell for notifications, and guys, as always, take care and God bless.